Costa DeMar sunglasses, Calcutta Renegade coolers, plus Harris Ace is your hometown dealer for yellow wood treated lumber. Harris Ace will not be undersold on price, so you know you're getting the best price at Harris Ace. Your favorite place for hardware and lumber supplies is Harris Ace Hardware, West Cherry Street in Jesup.
It's time now for a look at the latest in local sports. In sports, the weatherman washed out the Gold and White games for the girls softball program on Thursday. Hopefully the varsity games can get underway today. The game's scheduled for 4 and 6 at the Barbara Strickhoff softball field. 4 o'clock against Glen Academy. WIFO film will broadcast that game for you today, weatherman permitting. Come on out and support the girls softball teams today in the doubleheader, weatherman permitting. Tonight, the Wayne County Touchdown Club hosted the annual barbecue kickoff, 7 p.m. at the high school commons area. Guest speaker, Wayne County former player and graduate Eric Carter, had a brilliant pro career in the Canadian Football League. Little C, as he was known back when he played at high school for Wayne County, back in town tonight as the guest speaker. A chance for the fans to come out and meet the coaches and players before the season kicks off on the 24th against Long County in Ludowici. Jack has been working all season preparing for this year. 32 seniors on this year's team. Talent everywhere you look. The defense coordinator is Mike Ward. We talked with him at Media Day last Saturday down at Epworth by the Sea, and he talks about this defense and says it could be better than last year's.
And I was talking to some of the defensive players, Pat Rogers and company, and they say, and this is what I've heard all summer long from you guys, is this defense could possibly be better than last year's defense, which a lot of people are just shaking their heads because last year's defense was pretty stout. But You're one of the defensive coaches, and you're one of those guys telling me you think this team could be better than last year's defense.
Well, I sure hope so. Last year we finished third in the state, points allowed. And like the kids say, whenever we say we're going to be better than we were last year, people, there's no way. But I think we're better coached than we were last year. Last year, me, Coach Walker, Coach Adams were all moving in, driving in from other places, and we didn't have time to meet. Our system has been in place for a year now, so we are definitely expecting to be better than we were last year. At this point, we're better than we were last year, so I think we'll just continue to improve.
You got these guys trained pretty good. I try to bake these kids and get them to talk about certain teams, and they're like, no, one game at a time. We're not overlooking anybody. You're going to get better every day. So
that's right.
Y'all must be working hard on training those kids on how to answer the media for this media day.
I don't think it's us training. I think we just have great kids. They're not cocky. They're just here. It's a job, and they're taking it one day at a time, just like we've been preaching all year. Coach Cribb does a good job of, not letting the kids get too cocky, whatever you want to say. But I mean, it's all about this community. They come to work every day just like their parents, and they take it one day at a time, and they're here to work, do their job.
What's impressive is the summer workouts. I mean, and plus this camp. They talked with the padded camps, the 7-on-7s. Had a chance to watch some of those. Just been very impressed with how these kids go about their business on a day-to-day basis.
That's right. They come to work, and whenever they get to us, they are ready to work. I mean, this summer has been unbelievable at the progress we've made, the strength these kids. I mean, this offensive line we got now is the biggest I've ever been a part of. I thought we were big last year, but we're bigger now than we were last year. And MJ Full, if you look at him, he's one of the strongest guys on the team. And he's 5'10", 210, but I mean, he can bench 400 pounds. I mean, he's just a load, and that's just one example. We got them all across the board this year.
When I look at the defense last year and the talent that's left us on the collegiate level, Pat Rogers stands out when you're watching. Who else are you looking to be impact players on the defensive side of the ball?
Well, definitely Pat's. He's our number one. He's our go-to guy. He just committed to a Citadel D1 program. But we got him, Gant Starling, another guy, Citadel commitment in baseball. And the guys that know Gant in the community know the worker he is. I mean, he's one of the most mentally tough kids I've ever been a part of. He's going to be a great success at Citadel. Our secondary is one of the most athletic teams. I could take our secondary, run a 4x1, and be one of the top in the state. And we just freaks back there. Treg Patterson, who didn't play last year. I mean, this kid, he looks like an ACC safety. I mean, I think he can play at Florida State. 6'2", 195. He went to state in high jump. He can high jump 6'6". Just a freak athlete. I mean, you also got a transfer from Battery Creek, Che Chansey, KJ Fuller. Elijah Hartzog, who steals bases for the baseball team. I mean, we're just loaded in the secondary right now.
Okay, Coach, we're looking forward to the season. Midnight Madness Tuesday, and then the season kicks off, so we look forward to it.
That's right. Go Jackets.
Again, those comments, defense coordinator Coach Ward. Once again, the kickoff barbecue tonight, 7 o'clock. Come on out, meet the coaches and players. Admission price $10 for the general public. Reminder, First Touchdown Club meets Monday, 7 o'clock at Sybil's Family Restaurant. Braves winners last night over the Mets 4-2. Braves and Mets all weekend long right here on Big Dog Country, FM 105.5. Preseason football last night, Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio. Baltimore defeats Chicago 17-16. Urban Meyer in trouble at Ohio State, placed on administrative leave as the school investigates Courtney Smith's claims that several people close to Meyer and even Meyer knew of claims of domestic abuse against her ex-husband, former Ohio State assistant coach Zach Smith. Smith was fired in July, but reports surfacing that Meyer knew about the abuse helped cover it up as his team was focused on winning a national championship. Most believe the coach will either resign or be forced to step down this weekend. Decision expected soon in Columbus, Ohio State, as the Buckeyes prepare for the upcoming season, which has them ranked third in the preseason coaches poll, which came out yesterday. Alabama comes in at 1, followed by Clemson 2, Ohio State 3, Georgia comes in at number 4, Oklahoma 5, Washington 6, Wisconsin 7, Miami 8, Penn State 9, and Auburn rounds out the top 10. Notre Dame comes in at 11, Michigan State 12, Stanford 13, Michigan 14, USC 15, TCU Horned Frogs are 16, Virginia Tech 17, Mississippi State Bulldogs 18, FSU 19, West Virginia rounds out the top 20, Texas comes in at 21, Boise State 22, UCF 23, LSU 24, and Oklahoma State 25. That's your preseason top 25 by the coaches poll, which came out Thursday. Annual OA Hunter Scholarship golf tournament set for this Saturday morning. Cost $220 per team, two-person teams. Maybe some spots left, less than 5 as of yesterday. If you're interested, call the Pro Shop at 427-6505. 27-hole one-day event, 9-hole scramble, 9-hole best ball, 9-hole alternate shot. Lunch provided. Again, all the proceeds go towards the scholarship at the end of the school year. Registration sign-ups continue. Soccer, flag, and tackle football. Soccer and cheerleading cost $30 for tackle football. Everything else $25. Registration runs up until August 18th. Office will be open on that Saturday, the 18th, from 9 to 1. Otherwise, it's Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the rec department. Participants must have a birth certificate on file in order to participate. That's going to do it for the latest in local sports. Sports is brought to you each and every day at this time by your friends at Harris Ace Hardware.
Piggly Wiggly and Jesup is celebrating their second anniversary with a mega meat sale. Right now, the big, fresh lean ground chuck, just $2.28 a pound. Whole bone and pork loin, a load 98 cents a pound. Fresh chicken drumsticks or thighs, only 78 cents a pound. And boneless chuck roast, $2.98 a pound. Go to thepig.net and click on